When evaluating the installation of electrical equipment in hazardous locations, understanding the cost implications between Class 1 Division 1 and Class 1 Division 2 environments is crucial. This is especially relevant when dealing with Group B gases like hydrogen. A thorough cost comparison involves examining the equipment differences and the associated price premiums for Division 1 compliance. Firstly, let's delve into the equipment variations. In a Division 1 environment, where ignitable concentrations of flammable gases, vapors, or liquids are likely to exist under normal operating conditions, explosion-proof equipment is mandatory. This requirement significantly impacts the cost of various components. For conduit systems in Division 1 areas, explosion-proof conduit is essential. In contrast, Division 2 locations, where ignitable concentrations are less likely to exist under normal conditions, permit the use of non-explosion-proof conduit. Similarly, fittings in Division 1 must be explosion-proof, while non-explosion-proof fittings are acceptable in Division 2. Wiring in Division 1 typically requires trade or rigid conduit to provide enhanced protection. Division 2 allows for trade or flexible conduit, offering a less expensive alternative. Fixtures in Division 1 must be enclosed and explosion-proof to contain any internal explosions. Division 2 offers more flexibility, allowing for either enclosed or open fixtures depending on the specific hazard assessment. Switches in Division 1 must be explosion-proof to prevent ignition. Division 2 permits the use of non-explosion-proof switches, again providing a cost-saving opportunity. Motors in Division 1 must be explosion-proof to eliminate the risk of ignition. Division 2 allows for non-explosion-proof motors, provided they meet specific requirements to prevent ignition, such as being non-sparking or having appropriate enclosures. Secondly, let's examine the cost premiums associated with Division 1 equipment. These premiums can significantly increase the overall project cost. For conduit and fittings, Division 1 explosion-proof options typically incur a 20 to 50% cost increase compared to non-explosion-proof alternatives suitable for Division 2. Wiring in Division 1, requiring rigid conduit or specialized tray systems, can add a 10 to 25% premium compared to the flexible conduit options permitted in Division 2. Explosion-proof fixtures for Division 1 often range from 20 to 50% more expensive than the enclosed or open fixtures acceptable in Division 2. Similarly, explosion-proof switches for Division 1 can cost 20 to 50% more than non-explosion-proof switches used in Division 2. Motors, particularly larger ones, exhibit the most substantial cost difference. Explosion-proof motors for Division 1 can cost 30 to 70% more than their non-explosion-proof counterparts suitable for Division 2. For instance, consider a hypothetical 100 horsepower motor. A Division 1 explosion-proof motor might cost $20,000, incurring a premium of $6,000 to $14,000. In contrast, a Division 2 non-explosion-proof motor could cost around $13,000 with no additional premium. This example clearly illustrates the potential cost savings achievable by opting for a Division 2 installation, provided it meets the necessary safety requirements. The overall cost impact of choosing Division 1 versus Division 2 depends on several factors. Division 1 equipment generally carries a 20 to 50% higher price tag than comparable Division 2 equipment. The cost differential is most noticeable for large electrical devices like motors. However, strategies exist to mitigate the cost premium of Division 1 compliance. Using non-explosion-proof equipment in specific areas where the risk of ignition is demonstrably low can significantly reduce expenses without compromising safety. Ultimately, the decision to install equipment in a Division 1 or Division 2 location should be based on a thorough hazard assessment and a careful evaluation of the applicable safety standards. While Division 1 offers a higher degree of explosion protection, it comes at a significant cost. If a Division 2 location adequately meets the safety requirements for the intended application, it can result in substantial cost savings compared to a Division 1 installation. It is essential to consult with qualified electrical engineers and safety professionals to ensure compliance with all relevant codes and standards. Proper planning and risk assessment are crucial to making an informed decision that balances safety and cost effectiveness. Remember that these cost percentages are broad estimates and can vary based on specific manufacturers, the complexity of the installation, and local labor costs. It is always best to obtain detailed quotes from multiple vendors before making a final decision. Furthermore, consider the long-term implications of each choice. While Division 2 may offer immediate cost savings, Division 1 installations may have low maintenance requirements in some cases. A thorough life cycle cost analysis can help determine the most economical option over the long term. In summary, selecting the appropriate division for a hazardous location requires careful consideration of safety requirements, equipment costs, and long-term maintenance. By understanding the differences between Division 1 and Division 2, and by consulting with qualified professionals, it is possible to make an informed decision that optimizes both safety and cost-effectiveness. Also, consider thirdly, whether additional safety measures can be put in place to reduce the classification needed. Examples of these safety measures are continuous gas monitoring that will shut down the electrical system and sound an alarm should gas be detected in the area. Another measure would be a continuous ventilation system that ensures the area will stay below 25% of the lower flammability limit of the gas. Before making a decision on the classification of the area, these options should be thoroughly investigated to determine the cost-benefit ratio of the system. In conclusion, there is not a one-size-fits-all option for hazardous locations. Each installation requires a thorough inspection and knowledge of the codes. The goal of a hazardous location installation is to provide as safe of an environment as possible for the personnel working in the area. The safety of the employees is paramount to the expense. If a Division 1 area is warranted, then it should be designed and installed as a Division 1 area. If the possibility exists that a Division 2 area can be implemented with the same degree of safety, then this would be an option to consider.